We often hear coaches refer to the final phase of the pull as a jump. And while yes, they are correct, it is a jump, you as a coach and an athlete must be wary that you're not supposed to jump physically very high off the ground. It's supposed to be a jump and then an aggressive shift of the feet. Because the more time you float in the air, is more time that's just wasted. Because again, power comes from the ground. If my body isn't pushing against the ground, then I'm just wasting time and energy, right? So here we'll show an athlete doing what we call donkey kicking or jumping too high. So here the athlete comes, looks good, gets a good correct finish, and then look how they bend their knees back and they're floating in the air, floating in the air, floating in the air, boom, and then they punch into the ground. All that wasted time floating in the air could be time of the athlete punching themselves underneath the bar and could be the difference of 10 or 20 pounds, right? So let's look how it's done correctly. Here the athlete comes off. He's going to finish that full extension and then aggressively shift, right? As you saw before, he really kicked the knees back, but here he aggressively shifts, pulls himself underneath the bar, and is much more aggressive and will lead to higher weights. Well, what are some exercises that we can use to help fix this donkey kicking or jumping too high? One of our favorite exercises is a true drop snatch, where the athlete's going to stand completely vertically erect and they're going to literally jump and punch themselves underneath the bar into a full squat position. This allows the athlete not to be able to even jump at all, right? So again, shown here, the athlete's literally just going to drop into the position to really focus on shifting those feet aggressively. Another great exercise for this is a very high hang snatch. So the athlete's going to line up the bar in a very high hang. This little movement of the bend of the knee allows the athlete not to be able to jump much vertically and has to punch himself under the bar aggressively and have an aggressive shift of the feet. Again, this could also be used for a clean, right? So this would be a very high hang clean where there's a small dip and the athlete has to aggressively shift their feet in order to complete the lift.